So the reason why we're completing this logistics plan is simply because about 99% of the people out there right now have never really thought about where do these simple items go, when and where. What makes our system smart is that we're actually taking the 4 geofences that we would put around your property as a tier 4 user, and we are connecting those directly with this plan. So when you are notified that, say, the 8-kilometer geofence ring is triggered, you'll be able to reference back into this plan and be able to look at exactly which steps need to be taken to prepare to move, should that disaster continue to advance on your property. Obviously, right in front of you, you're seeing the disaster readiness smart property logistics plan. This is a discovery form that you're going to see that allows you to be able to put in the information that will help us to create the smart emergency logistics plan that you're looking to achieve, and be able to connect that with our disaster field system to provide the advanced notifications via text or emails, and it will allow you to connect together the plan to the actual system. So as you'll see, you'll navigate from the info page. The info page is just going to take your direct information, your main contacts, going down into the secondary alternative contacts, or third optional contacts as well. So these are people that you would actually put on the notification list as well, that would get a text message or email, should a threat become present and threaten that property, both residential or commercial. So from the bottom, you're going to see the emergency logistics plan on the left. If you already have one, that's great. We hope to be able to add to that, or be able to get that plan so that it's readily shared and connected smartly with the disaster field system. So on the right, it's really just an overview. What you're going to see is, what's present on your property. So, your livestock, any sort of ATVs, watercraft, equipments, you name it. You just click that in there. All that is just a general overview of what type of property you're looking at getting connected. In the next button, you're going to see that we head over to the livestock section. If you're not a property that has livestock, you can just leave this empty. The livestock portion is just identifying which animals that you have, primarily the large animals that require advanced logistics to be able to move them. So at the top, you're going to see the placement host, or the location of where those animals would go. Just simply fill in that address, the name and address of who that is, if you already have it. If you don't already have that, no worries. We may be able to help you place those animals or pre-place those animals so that there's a location known on where they go should you see an evacuation event. Do you have livestock transportation arranged? If you don't, again, we might be able to help you with that, to be able to place that service, when necessary, when needed. So the livestock priority of movement is really which animals would you like to move first, in a series of priority. So many of you will be horses, then cows, then, in priority, goats, anything like that. Any additional notes, please fill in your additional notes as to what we should know about. And you're going to see at the bottom below, selecting 1 to 5 horses, 6 to 10 horses, 1 to 5 cows, that sort of thing. You could also put that in livestock additional notes, as if you have a specific number, like 3 cows, 3 horses, that sort of thing. And any additional notes at the bottom, please feel free to add anything that we should know. The next one, you're going to go into pets. The pets is very similar to the livestock. Same thing. Mark out how many animals you have, large dogs, cats, any of that sort of stuff. If you have a placement host location or not, just fill that out. Any additional notes at the bottom, please also include those. When you get over to the trailers are really your RV trailers, utility trailers, any sort of stuff that you would plan on moving in the event of an evacuation. Again, which priority of movement, which ones go first? Obviously, thinking about RVs being the first trailers that would actually move in the event of an evacuation, down to other trailers that are more auxiliary or less important, if there was a loss of those assets. So any notes, add additional notes. Lengths is really important for where we place them. Again, if you don't have a placement host for those, we can help you out with that. Just simply click if you do have a placement host or not. Going into the next one, we are talking about vehicles. These vehicles are a priority. So for vehicles, it's the exact same thing as the other categories. You just want to be able to add a lot of notes into this one. If you have multiple vehicles, vehicle priority of movement, which ones is most important to you, which ones are going to move first. Again, this is for you to administer this plan and be able to lay it out accordingly. So basically include any of the vehicles that you have, the ones that you'd like to move, and the ones that you'd leave behind as well. And just click down which types of vehicles they are as well. Pickup trucks, cars, motorhomes, commercial trailers, commercial trucks, and we go from there. Prior to completing the smart plan, you're going to see a company name, billable address, that sort of thing. This becomes for the placement hosts or the items or assets that require placement. This plan would basically allow you to put this plan underneath a business. If you are trying to build this plan for a commercial property, for a business, that sort of thing, you'd be able to put that into this section here to be able to send those billing through a company as opposed to a personal engagement. So you complete the smart plan. This is really important because this plan here is one of those plans that you'd be able to share with family members, friends, anybody who's maybe a caretaker of your property while you're away on vacation. If you're working out of town, this is huge to be able to leave your family and your loved ones and your property in good hands, with them understanding which steps to take if you're absent during an actual alert or an evacuation situation. This system is no way intended to replace any existing plans that are in place laid out by the government, any sort of communication provided by the government or any of its agencies or municipalities, you name it. You are to obey by those directives, to evacuate or any sort of communication that comes directly from the government. But what this does, this gives you the peace of mind, knowing that you have the advance warning, the situational awareness, to be able to best protect your family, to be able to protect your loved ones, your property, everything that you've worked for. This is huge. This is incredibly important to be able to ensure that you have the advance notice to do what's necessary, as you are the best first line of defense for your family or your business. Nobody is going to give you any advance warning except for yourself. You are the best first line of defense. Completing this first step, becoming a disaster field tier 4 user or tier 3 user if you're a business, we want to be able to bring that to your fingertips and be able to help you sleep well at night, have the peace of mind knowing that your business, your family, everything that you've worked for is protected at all levels, or at least have the advance warning to be able to mitigate the damage, mitigate the loss, and mitigate the risk to people and your community. So I'd encourage you, the next step after completing this form is the deposit. The deposit is simply a $50 deposit showing that you're committed to these steps. It allows us to basically put the time in to create the plan for you in the back end and to be able to deliver that plan through a video call where we can sit down, we can review it. You'll be reviewing it with a Vexel representative and being able to go through all the steps to make sure that you're satisfied with what you're going to be delivered. Once delivered, you complete the final $75 payment or $200 for a commercial customer. And what we would do is complete that transaction. We would deliver the plan as promised and connect that to our disaster field system. Again, this is about ease of mind. This is about protection of family. This is about protecting your business and be able to do what's best to be an active member in your community to minimize the amount of damage and suffering that we see here today in so many different other events. We look forward to sharing more with you. If you like, please feel free to reach out to our Contact Us page if you have any questions or concerns about this. But, in completing this discovery and taking that next step to get connected, you're very much becoming part of the cutting edge of risk mitigation and positive engagement in your community, in your family. Thank you very much, and we look forward to seeing you on the other side.